everybody? So we're back at it, another episode with my friend Alfred. Over here, we're just talking on the Chevy and GMC podcast. How are you doing tonight, Alfred?
Good. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. Long day at work like always, but other than that, just here to talk about our trucks and adventures and everything else. All right. So if you'd like, go ahead and introduce yourself to hopefully all the followers that are out there.
All right. Well, my name's Alfred, also known as CrushGrooveZR2 on Instagram. I'm one of the team members for the GM Special. I'm also vice president of Battle Ready Rigs. It's another group we run with a buddy of mine, Gabe. I've been in the off-road scene about 3 years, going on 4. First truck I had that I tried to take off-roading was a Colorado LT, 2018 Colorado LT. Took it out one day to a trail and decided I need to kind of upgrade and start shopping around. Discovered that Chevy made a ZR2 of the Colorado, and I was hooked, buddy. From the first time I went around, it's been my daily driver, off-road vehicle, passion, buddy, since day one. I've had it about 4 years now.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw that vehicle, and I remember actually seeing your white one too, the LT.
Yeah. When I had them both for a good minute, and then all the attention went to the ZR2, and that's how it started. I mean, what can I start with? How long have we known each other, boss? What? About 3.5 years, right?
3.5 years. Yep, since the beginning, since I joined too.
Yeah, I feel like since day one, since I got into the community, you're one of the first people I started talking to and became good friends with.
Yep, I remember I think the first time we met was back on, I think it was Shakey's night, the Lido Creek run.
Yeah, that's right.
And we had everybody all lined up right there. We took over the parking lot a little bit in one corner, then off to the gas station, followed by Lido Creek.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good while back, buddy. A lot has happened since then, bro. A lot has happened. We've gotten deeper into the community. I mean, I've got to say, since I've gotten into this off-road scene, welcome with open arms. I've never had any problems with anybody. It's good times. I enjoy being out in the mountains, in the desert, pretty much anywhere it takes us.
That's true.
I
remember
one of my most memorable trips was when we went in the snow to Big Bear. And we were camping out there, and man, it was a good time, bro. I mean, before that, I never really camped out in the snow. I trailed in the snow a few times, but with a group that big, it was definitely an experience.
Oh yeah, I remember that all too well. Only two-wheel drive in the group that made it as far as I did, and had to get towed up. What was it, like the last mile?
Yeah. We just that last. I want to say just that last hill, buddy, and once we got to the top, we were good to go again.
Yep, we set up in camp, and we just pretty much barbecued, set up the campsite and everything. We had a good time up there.
Yes, sir.
And then the morning trail back, of course. That was also fun. Going through the snow, the ice. And I think where did we ended up coming out at? On Emmett side, right?
I want to say, no, we came on Apple Valley. We came down to Apple Valley.
There we go. Apple Valley, yeah, that's right. I think I saw that picture. It was you, me, and I think the Franken runner.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But all these runs, bro, and all these events that we've done together, I mean, it's just the sense of community that we feel. I mean, I'm proud to say that I'm part of helping to build that community with the GM Special. I mean, I'm not doing it myself. It's me, Silverback 4x4 wheeling, Cali Rados, which includes a Rob, who's Beast Guard. We got Nada ZR2 Eric, and Desmond, who's ZR2 Saucy, and of course Ready Rigs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the four, the group that we have now, we do have I feel really strong group. We all work off each other. We all, bounce ideas for these runs off each other. It just to make the event smoother, it helps to have a good team.
Oh, definitely. I would agree with that 100% the way. It definitely makes it easier, because then that way you know who's going to help lead what, and the prioritization, how to organize it, and of course, obviously, the hardest job, honestly, is promoting it. I would think, at least.
Yeah, it's getting the excitement generated for these events.
Yeah, which reminds me, I do believe you have an event coming up in a couple of weeks, I believe.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, actually, it's coming up in about three weeks plus a day or so. We're going out to, this is our second Calico run. The first one we had last year, April 1st. Strong group. We were about 54 deep, and every kind of build you can imagine was out there. We had, 4x4, ZR2s, Z71, Silverado, Colorado. We had a Jeep or two join the group too. But it was good times. I mean, just to get out there and meet up with everybody that's you've talked to for a couple of years on Instagram. You bounced ideas off of them. People you didn't know before. To put a face to the name out there was an experience. And I want to say at that time, that was one of the bigger GM only runs that had happened as far as on the West Coast for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because honestly, I go online, I check. Like, even me looking for a podcast that just involved the Chevys or GMCs in general, I couldn't find any. So that's why we did what we did and created our own.
Yeah, I feel like us bringing that platform to have this on, to get Colorado owners, to get the GMC Canyon owners, to get the Silverado owners, any GM, I feel not underrepresented, but we didn't have anything for ourselves, and I feel like that's why we had such a big turnout, because this didn't exist on this scale beforehand. I know there was a few other clubs that were primary Chevy, primary GMC, and I feel like us coming out, we kind of banded them all together.
Yeah, because like before it was, it's always been mixed runs, but as you and I both know, the majority of the people that host the runs and everything is usually not a knock on any brand or whatnot, but it's Toyotas and Jeeps are usually the number one vehicles out there that we always hear about all the time.
Yeah, they're out there in mass. There's so many, and I mean, I understand not everybody's sees the Colorado as a off-road vehicle, but in the past, I want to say the past 3-4 years, these new Colorados, these new Silverados, a lot of the new GM trucks,
yep,
that have been coming out, man, fully equipped.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
damn near bulletproof rigs.
I'm not gonna lie, I've actually liked a lot of these. What is it, the new ZR2s, I think, or I believe there's like a couple of people we know that actually got some of the newer Chevys. I think they're like Desert Runners or Desert Trail or something like that.
Yeah, Trail Bosses, the new Trail Bosses, the new Desert Boss.
That one, the Desert Boss.
Chevy's definitely put some effort into helping us represent out here.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's gonna be nice, Well, hopefully, I make it out there to the Calico Run as well. Definitely be nice to meet up with a lot of other Chevy owners. I mean, that one event that you guys had back, I want to say like a month ago, over at the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that many Chevys in one location. I usually see that at Toyota events. Funny enough to say.
Yeah, and to be honest, that was put together pretty quick, and to get the response that we did was pretty awesome. And to be honest, there was a lot of us promoting it. A lot of us were trying to get that kind of turnout, and it worked out. We do have a tight community. Everybody that's been showing up to the events has been, more than friendly with everybody else. We haven't had any issues.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all the events we've had, nobody trips. It's just family environment. It is. I mean, bottom line, it is a family environment. A lot of this, we do go camping, and like for instance, the Calico trip that we have coming up. I believe right now, lined up for the camp out, we have about 20-25 people, bro, and
Damn, that's
That's
gonna be nice.
just for the Friday night camp out. I believe it's starting pretty deep. You know, we've got a lot of guys coming out, a lot of families coming out. People coming out from New Mexico, Oregon,
I saw
Washington. That. Yeah, we've got a lot of people coming from everywhere, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's now without giving out the location, or is it gonna be out like towards the camp out gonna be near like a BLM type land, or we're looking at having to get like a campground?
No, we are camping on BLM. No services as far as restrooms, and we're camping.
Yeah, man, roughing it.
Yeah, well, we are roughly. We're not too far from civilization, so
okay.
if need be, people can make their way back, and but we are recommending prepare as if it wasn't there.
That's the best way to go.
Yeah, because you don't want it. Worst thing is to not be fully prepared and you get out there expecting, oh, there's going to be services 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away. You never know. Services might be closed. Something may have happened that we can't get out there. But as long as we got our supplies, as long as we have our gear, we should be good. I mean, as far as so far, just speaking with everybody that's been in the chat room and that has sent us DMs and just the people that we talk to on the phone, everybody's about, I want to say about 99% ready. Everybody just wants to get out there already, but we got to make sure we got all our gear. We got to make sure we got our recovery gear, first aid kits, food, water, supplies. We are going to be out there 2 nights. It's not super far. We're not way out in the middle of nowhere, but we are far enough that
it's
to
better
have
to
these
be prepared and
makes
not
a big
need
difference. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, be prepared. Just be prepared when you get out there.
Yeah, always be prepared just for the worst case scenario. I definitely agree there. Now, I've noticed that since the last time I've actually seen your Colorado, since not from the McDonald's event, but like from a year back, I've seen a lot of changes on yours. What have you done so far?
I mean, so when I first got the truck, I was really nervous about doing any modifications, and I just wanted to kind of see how far I can go in its stock form. I'll be honest, I've done a lot with it in its stock form. I've gone on runs with Trail Militia. We've done Valley of the Moon. We did Crawl Wars. With Battle Ready rigs, we've done a few runs where we do test the limits of the vehicle. But I kind of felt like I had gotten to the limit of where I can go with safely with the setup that I had. So I did add some AEV fenders just to open it up a little bit. I finally went 35s thanks to 562 tires. They hooked me up with a really, really good deal. And I finally got my suspension from courtesy of Peak Suspension. Nick at Peak Suspension has been, for me at least, the guy to go to whenever I had any questions or concerns about my setup, and he's helped me out. I want to say the whole way. He is the major sponsor for the Calico Run coming up,
nice.
Which is Peak Suspension. They are a valuable partner for us. They are promoting it for us. They're helping us out with the raffle. They're feed the group. I believe they're so Peaks awesome. Peaks put their I mean, they've put their money where their mouth is, and they've definitely shown a lot of support. I mean, we do have a lot of support for the raffle. I mean, just some of the names that we got is just like, for instance, MagnaFlow. We got Level Ups coming with us to they've donated to the raffle. Give me 1 second. I got a list of
go for it.
People that we've got helping us out here. Just give me 1 second, buddy.
Yeah.
But
I do gotta ask though, with Peak Suspension, do they also do they do it for the Silverados as well, right?
They do Silverados. They do Toyota. They kind of cover the whole spectrum, but as far as the Colorado and the Chevy community, they've stepped it up. They're really pushing out a lot of their products lately, and I know they are coming set up for the Colorados as far as the shocks. So
that's good.
like some of the other sponsors we have coming up for our the run. I just put out a flyer today that kind of showcases everybody. KC Highlights, Level Up Suspension, Mighty Firebox, Relentless Fabrication, Colorado Canyon Enthusiast, 589 Fabrications, 562 Tires, Anti-Gravity Batteries. The list goes on and on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
the amount of people that have stepped up to help us represent for the Chevy has been incredible. We really do appreciate it. I mean, we couldn't have done it without them. It wouldn't be as big an event without everybody's support, especially from the off-road community.
Oh, definitely, I would agree, and that is definitely a very good amount of supporters out there for sure. And honestly, like I'm really hoping to make it out, so that would definitely be fun, especially to the camp out. You know me, I love to go camping.
Yeah, buddy. We've gone 3-4 camping trips together, so yeah. I feel like we've had some good times. We just got to continue it now and step it up. Definitely. We got to step it up. We want these events to be bigger, better. I mean, for lack of a better term, I know for a fact, trying to generate as much excitement as we can.
Definitely, and I mean, I've seen a lot of the posts, and I've seen a lot of the comments. It's definitely going up, that's for sure, and it's gonna be nice. Like I said, if you got people coming all the way from Washington, New Mexico, that's pretty freaking awesome, I would say, because I mean, I didn't see that before, you know, and you know, I've gone to a bunch of the ones like Caliota events and other groups, and they get a nice large turnout for sure, but like now that I see it for the Chevy, that's like just badass.
Yeah,
and it is definitely gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're just trying to represent for the Chevy kid. I mean, I keep saying Chevy because I personally I drive a Chevy. But
yeah, no, I'm just saying.
We are trying to push for the GM off-road community. That's the main hashtag I kind of put on all their posts, GM off-road community. Because it is a community. There's a lot of us, bro, and we're everywhere. So to be able to have an event that kind of brings us all together as one big family is awesome. I mean, the last few trips that we have had GM special, I mean, I don't know how to express the gratitude that we have for everybody's support. I mean, it's a big showing. I mean, it's like just and a lot of these people that we're meeting, to be honest, I feel like they're gonna all be lifelong friends, because as big as this is getting, we are all communicating. We are like I say, we all bounce ideas off of, how did you do this? How did you do that? A lot of times, people just starting. When I first started, I didn't have that. That's part of the reason why I started jumping in head first is for me, because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, you know, what I could do to my truck. And like you see on Instagram, one of the first questions, how big of a tire can I fit on my stock setup?
Yeah,
you know, that's one thing everybody asks, and to be able to have an authoritative answer to, like, wow, this is what you got to 33s, this is what you got to do to get 35s, this is what you got to do to get, I mean, it sounds funny, but it's almost commonplace, this is what you got to do to get 37s and 40s
37s now.
You know, it's just 37s and 40s are the new 35s, I feel like, you know. So but on the same token, everybody's got different tastes, everybody's got different agendas as far as what they want to do with their rig and where they want to go. So you can't really, there's not a set list of rules, because everybody wants to do their own thing. You know, so I feel like to have such a big community and big I almost want to call it like a bulletin board, you know, but to have those resources there, to somebody can, like, I've been there, bro, I've done that, let me show you how I did it, and let's do it right the first time, instead of, you know, rigging it to make it work. No, let's fix it right, so you're not going to be stuck out there. You know, that's the worst thing you want to do, is be on the trail and
get stuck,
bro, and not have the right, or be with the right group, be unprepared. Even if we're just doing a dirt road, bring some recovery gear. You never know, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. And always make sure you at least have something.
Yeah.
I mean, make sure you have something
at least a recovery rope, at least you know, get yourself action boards, and I understand, you know, like, I mean, just my personal experience, stuff costs money, bro. It's expensive. This is an expensive hobby to get into.
Oh,
and
I know.
Like a buddy of mine, George from Trail Militia, like one of the things he used to shoot at us and tell us was like, is sometimes you got to pay to play, you know, and it's true when it comes to the off-road community. If you want to get out there and you want to do some crazy stuff, you're gonna have to do some crazy stuff to your truck. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, if you want to get out there and just do dirt roads and go camping, you don't want to go out there without the knowledge of like, wow, what if I run into something I can't overcome? So that's why you kind of, I'm not saying over prepare, but you want to be ready for whatever gets thrown at you. Research
pretty
it.
much any situation.
Check out, right. Check out the trails. Check out conditions. And these are all things that when people first get into the scene, they don't know. They don't. I mean, some of it does sound common sense, but I mean, there's a lot of things. Like the first time I went off-roading with a buddy, I didn't even know you had it down. You know, like that was new to me because I wasn't in the scene. You know, but once you start learning all the little tips, all the little tricks, all the little nuances of yeah, you know, of getting out there and having a good time, it just becomes second nature. You know, gotta air it down, gotta check my tires for, you know, tears, for any overuse that I may have done to some of my parts. Let me check for leaks. Let me check my axles. All these things that, I mean, you gotta have a passion for it, you know, like you gotta be able to get under there and check. You don't want to get stranded because you didn't check. Just because, you know, you got a new part on there doesn't mean it's gonna last. Double check everything.
You strive to make your equipment better, be better prepared.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I'm definitely, you know me, I ran, what was it, my Colorado, I ran that thing stock almost all the way through to the end.
Yeah.
And then Silverado, you know, I'm building that one up.
Yeah,
so
I've been watching, your post as far as what you're doing to that rig, and it's looking good, bro. I like, dog, you know me, I like everything you guys, you know.
Oh yeah,
bro, we've been friends forever. We're always gonna be out there and constantly critiquing each other's ride, but it's all part of the game.
Come on, you remember?
Everybody's gonna judge, you know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. To this day, I actually still get asked about the lighting in the bed of my truck. Remember that?
Oh, the night sun. That was awesome. That was the camp light. That lit up. Yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
You got lost.
That was a good setup. That was one of the highlights for a minute.
It's actually interesting is actually some people still ask me about it. I'm like, I may end up, you know, getting some set aside and might build some out. Who knows? Make it as like a little kit, so that way people don't have to buy everything for it if I do decide to go that path. But yeah, besides that, do you have any other upgrade plans in the near future or possibly later on in the future for your orange ZR2?
I mean, I do. I'm getting older, buddy, you know, so going to the camping trips, the ground tents, so, the next upgrade I'm planning on, right? The next upgrade I'm planning on is to get the bed rack. Well, I have a bed rack already, I just haven't installed it yet, but I do want to get a tent.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to get an RTT, but I don't know yet, dog. I'm still.
Hey, man, actually, you might get lucky. You might get lucky if are you going to the, I think it's the Overland Vehicle Systems event this coming Saturday, the Rigs and Red Bull?
Saturday, and I know they do raffle off some stuff, and they are a sponsor. They're sponsoring the raffle. So nice. I'm gonna go check out, see what they got, and possibly pick something up. And like I said, I'm still on the fence, bro. You know, like
I know I'm the same way.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm the same way about the whole rooftop.
I don't know if it's God, you know. So that's where I'm kind of at too. So, but we'll see. I'm trying to find. That's what it is. I'm looking for the setup that I know that I'd be happy with, and.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to keep everything kind of contained and and looking good and at the same time functional. You know, I'm not trying to buy.
And functional.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get a tent that's like I may use it once or twice. And I'm like, oh man, no. And I to be honest, I all the tents that they've got at Overland Vehicle.
OBS, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like fire service.
This Saturday, that's the plan. The plan is to go there and possibly come home. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but yeah, the plan is to come home with an RTT and get set up, because sleeping on the floor can get rough when you get up.
Oh no, I feel you there. I mean, even me, I was like noticing it these past couple of trips. I started actually just sleeping in the bed of the truck at this point. Just put an air mattress and I'm good.
Yeah.
Speaking of roofs out there, I actually have one sitting in my garage.
Got to mount that thing up, buddy. Get it out there and use it.
Oh, it's not mine. I'm holding it. I'm holding it.
But yeah, well,
getting close to owning it.
It'll all come in good time. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta, like I say, this stuff. It's not a cheap hobby, bro, and you've got to really want to have you got to really have a passion for it, and you got to want to get out there and have a good time. And I mean, even if you the way I see it, even if you build your rig up and you only take it out camping once or twice a year, it's worth it, bro. I mean, totally worth it to get out there, enjoy yourself, have a good time, happy with your setup, and comfortable. You know, you want to be out there, and that's the whole reason you're getting out there, is to unwind and
get away from everything.
Get away from the rat race, you know, and that's some of the perks is that you want to have the comfort. You want to be able to have a good night rest. You want to be able to enjoy some good food. You want to be able to, you know, get in and out of the trail safely. And the good thing about
definitely, I agree with you right there.
Yeah, everybody's willing to offer some advice and tips and learn from their mistakes, and this is how I did it, and you know, and that's always appreciated.
Oh yeah. So besides the Calico run, anything else kind of big planned out for the year, or any like nice summer trip runs, stuff like that?
We do have. I'm trying to not. I don't want to give too much away, but I am.
Oh, okay.
Other runs later on in the year.
Nice.
I'm kind of stumbling over my words, but to get out there and just to make sure it goes as smooth as possible, because that's the big thing. We're having such a big turnout. It's such a big turnout that to make sure everything goes smooth, it does take a team, and that's why we've got the team that we have now. They're a good group of guys. I trust these guys with my truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna, if anybody's gonna spot me, it's gonna be one of my team, because we've been through a lot together, and we've gone places that to scout runs. We've had these events that like you say, McDonald's. We've gone to downtown LA to Lower Grand. You know, it's a good group of guys, and we all work together very well. So the team we have now, I really want to keep that team going, because we couldn't do it without each other. I mean, it's what it comes down to.
Oh, no, for sure. I get it. All right. Do you have anything else you want to say or anything like that before we kind of close out this session?
Well, just, you know what? I really want to just, as far as the events coming up, I want to thank all our sponsors. If you go to our page, the GM Special, on Instagram, we have a few flyers up with the sponsors all tagged, so that way you can see what's involved and who's going to be out there. I know Peak is coming out with their new vehicles, the Sierra that they've got going on, the build on, and they've got a pretty impressive build on it already, and all the other vehicles are going to be out there, all the builds. Everybody's got different tastes, so to get out there and check out everybody's build, to see all the different versions that these things can be made into, is awesome. It's great, so that's
I agree with you there.
That's the entire thing that we're looking forward to, is getting out there and just seeing everybody's pride and joys.
Definitely.
I do want to thank everybody that's been supporting us. The off-road community has been awesome. So we try to pay it forward, and we try to have these good events, and hopefully next year we come back even bigger.
Oh, definitely agree there, man. Well, I want to thank you for coming out and sharing a little bit of your time with us, Alfred. And hopefully I get to see you soon at another event, maybe hopefully this Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully this Saturday. Hey, buddy, I appreciate you doing this. I mean, you doing this for the off-road community. It's a big thing, bro. I mean, proud of you, dog. This is something, you know, a lot of guys are like, I'm gonna start a podcast, I'm gonna start the YouTube channel. Nobody pulls the trigger.
Yep, I remember.
You know, everybody gets nervous. Everybody gets, they feel like they're put on the spot, and homie, you're out here doing the damn thing, and I mean, proud of you, bro. You've inspired a lot of people to be like, I'm gonna go do it too. But I mean, hey, you're the originator right now as far as our community. So keep it going strong, sure, dog, and I'm sure.
Oh, I plan to.
I'm in bigger than you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was, yeah. I remember I had probably asked about it on more than one occasion, like, yo, do we have podcasts? Do we have podcasts? Anybody know if there's a Chevy GMC podcast? I kept looking and looking, couldn't find one. And honestly, it wasn't until after listening to one of my friends' actual podcast interview that I said, you know what, let me ask the community and see if they would have actually been interested in it. And sure enough, there was actually a pretty good amount of responses saying that would be pretty cool, pretty dope. And as you know, I follow a lot of the Chevy vehicles that are out there on Instagram. So I said, all right, screw it, I'm gonna pull the trigger, I'm gonna do this. And so yeah, here we are now, episode 2. Got you on here. Definitely. I know I got plans to try and talk to everybody.
Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna say, I appreciate being your first guest. It does mean a lot, dog. It does. I mean, just because of our history and all the stuff we've been through together.
Definitely.
I'm glad I got on this podcast. It does mean the world to me. Just
I was actually glad I was able to actually get you to get out here to be the first. So yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thanks for your time again, Alfred, and I'll definitely see you out there, whether it be on the trail, at an event. Nonetheless, and besides, you know, we got each other's contacts info, so it's always a good thing.
Yeah, buddy, we'll talk. We'll keep in touch. We pretty much do on a regular anyway. So, but again, thanks, man. Definitely. Appreciate you having me on, boss.
Not a problem. You have a nice day, Alfred. I'll talk to you next time.
All right, buddy.
All right.